guys, I'm going to show you how to make a very quick version of ANZAC Biscuits. All you need is 1 cup of rolled oats, 1 cup of plain flour, 3/4 cup of desiccated coconut, 2 tablespoons of sugar, I'm using caster sugar today, 125 grams of butter, 2 tablespoons of golden syrup, and then a 1/4 to 1/2 teaspoon of bicarb mixed in a tablespoon of water. So they're all your ingredients you need. You also need to prep yourself a baking tray with some baking paper and preheat your oven to 160 degrees with the fan on. Cool. So let's get started. First of all, we'll mix all the dry ingredients into the bowl. So my 1 cup of oats, 1 cup of flour, 3/4 cup of coconut. I like shredded. I did say desiccated before, which is traditionally what's used, but I prefer the shredded. 2 tablespoons of sugar, and give that a mix. At this stage, you can have variations to your ANZAC biscuits. I've added white chocolate chips in the past, which taste nice, or even macadamia nuts, as long as no one has a nut allergy. It's good. Okay, there we go. So I've mixed my dry ingredients together. We'll put them aside and we'll get onto the wet ingredients. All right, cool. So I've just got a small saucepan here. I'm going to add my 125 grams of butter to melt. And to that, I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of golden syrup. Now, this could easily be done in the microwave to melt. I prefer to have a little bit more control when I'm cooking, so I often like to do things over a stovetop, or if I'm melting chocolate, over a double boiler or something like that. That's completely up to you. That's not going to take too long. Let's let that melt. Once this has melted, we will be adding the 1/2 teaspoon of bicarb to a tablespoon of boiling water. So I might just get that ready from now. Don't need too much. The bicarb can make your biscuits taste very funny. I'm just going to use the knife I used for the butter. It doesn't really matter. Give that a bit of a mix and put that aside while we're waiting for the butter and golden syrup to melt. Cool. So I don't know how to show you that, but I've got melted butter in there and some golden syrup. Like I said, I'm adding the bicarb mixture to those wet ingredients, giving it a nice mix. I'm then going to add this butter, golden syrup and bicarb mixture to the dry ingredients. Beautiful, smells really good. Okay, so I'm going to give that a mix in together. And our next stage is to make them into little biscuit shapes. And then they go into the oven just for around 10 minutes. Just note, because they are made from a lot of butter, when they do come out of the oven, they are fairly soft. Sometimes people think they're not cooked properly, but they will harden as they go back to room temperature. So this mixture is looking lovely. I tried to use a clear bowl so you could see. Now, kids love making this recipe. Like I said, you could have added macadamia nuts, normal chocolate chips, white chocolate chips. Sorry, I meant like cacao chocolate chips. Anyway, you might even have some other things you like to add to them. Okay, that looks good. Now, we like to get consistency right when we're cooking. So I am going to use sort of a largest teaspoon to get roughly the same size. It's probably like 2 teaspoons, I reckon. Depends how big or small you want to make them. Don't roll too hard. I like to also squash them into a ball, and then just flatten them slightly because they will spread out in the oven. And then onto the baking tray. Now this mixture, if you're making them a bit smaller, should make roughly around 20 biscuits. I'm obviously making them quite a bit bigger. Really up to you, but like I said, as long as they're all the same size so they cook evenly. I'll probably get around 10, I think. Wow. I just need to lift up the computer. Cool. Hi guys, we're back. I got my ANZAC biscuits out of the oven. So they were in there for a good 15 minutes. You saw them just before. They were probably like nice little balls on the baking tray. I did squash them down a little bit before putting them into the oven. 15 minutes, they came out still a bit soft, but they're cooling down now, so they're firming up. Now, being so close to Easter, I did have quite a bit of leftover chocolate. I don't like to waste things, so I just melted some chocolate. I actually just used the microwave to melt this lot, and I thought to make this a little bit more fancy, we could dip the edge in, maybe just half. You don't have to do this. This is just because I didn't want to. It broke. Let's try again. Might need to be a little bit more careful. Oopsie. Maybe you might just try covering half like that. That's better. So, but they weren't fully cooled yet. I'm being a little bit impatient. You know, something like that. Let that dry and then enjoy. Thanks guys. Let me know if you do make them or a variation of ANZAC biscuits. I'd love to see a picture.